I've already hit it. I'm on do not allow, so I'm going to always. Oh, I'm on always allow. Go ahead.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Giggity Racing League. It's your Keystone Cowboy, Boomhauer 01. Thank y'all for joining this evening. We have got the one and only man, the myth, the legend, our CEO and fearless leader, K-Taddy, sitting up here in the booth. We've also got a special guest. No, depends on your level of specialness. Mr. Bobby, a.k.a. Little Man. How you doing tonight, man?
All right.
We have got our custom Xfinity Series dash coming to you live from Michigan, Motor City. Bragging rights for each manufacturer is on the line. What y'all expecting that tonight?
Toyotas.
I knew you'd say that.
Anything but a Toyota.
Toyotas.
Trader.
Now I'm looking for some great side-by-side action. It should be a pretty good fun race. You guys have all run this track. Should definitely be interesting. You can go 3-4 wide. The people that dived into the bottom, though, they're probably going to drift up, make a little contact with the guy on the outside of them. But it is a track that there's plenty of room to hold on to it after. I'm going to go blue screen real quick here so I can send you those invites for the track.
Past.
Hold on. Alright, yeah, go ahead.
We've done it a couple times in the past. What we're going to do is run a quick, 1 to 2 laps here around Michigan, just, for those who, not sure how many who are out there who don't play the game, but for those who don't, or just going to do a couple quick laps here to show you all the different lines that you can run, whether you arc it in from the high side, the low line, side by side, whether you're in a draft or not. So,
yeah, it'll also, even if you are somebody that plays the game, maybe this is a line that you don't tend to like, or you dive it in a little too soon, we'll show you, the proper way of swooping from the outer edge of the and down in and making the corner.
Swooping. I love the way you say that, swooping.
Swooping.
Only proper way is to come out first.
Little man still hasn't figured out how to properly race this track then. Just kidding. That's true, yeah. They in the dash here in the high hopefuls at Michigan, they can actually finish second if they want to.
Yep. Mr. Winn-Dixie, lead the way.
Yeah, so any of the viewers watching, we got 5 people watching right now.
Alright. Thank you
but
for joining.
my car, if you happen to look at it, it's a pretty infamous car from back in the day. I tried to paint it as much as I could as the Winn-Dixie 60.
Also, I am not going to be in my usual one car tonight. Story behind it, not going to get into the details, but me and Mr. Matt Gadet have swapped numbers, so Matty will be running the Michael Annette number 1 car while I am in the Noah Gregson number 9 car for the rest of the season.
Let's go.
So in the bottom right hand corner here, you're going to see the RPM gauge. As you're seeing, I'm shifting just as it gets to that red line. I'm not letting it go anymore. Starting on the inside, so I'm trying to give the guy on the outside as much room. Get down on that apron if possible on a restart. Hold the yellow line naturally.
And then I swoop in right behind him, catch that drive coming down the back stretch.
Yeah, you
just stay still.
Yeah, I was running on a controller earlier, so it's a little different.
Depends on how you want to take the corner. If you want to hold that white line, depending on how you want to let out, depending on when you want to let out. If you want to hold that high line, you want to run it a little bit deeper.
Getting down on this apron is not necessarily important, right? So you're going to come up here as close to the wall as you can. You're going to take a wide corner, swoop down. You're going to lift just a hair so you can get back on the throttle. I'm choosing to run the outside line as the 9 car was down on the bottom. That is the Keystone Cowboy down there. See no contact. This is what we expect every Xfinity race. Whether that's going to happen is still yet to be determined. Get close to the wall.
On the initial coming out of the corner, but as you're seeing, it looked like he was getting the run on the late going down the back stretch. That's that momentum coming out of the corner. It is real.
Inside.
Now I could either go up in front of him and pull him, or I can come back down low and pull little man. I mean, it don't matter
All right.
however you want to do it. And then, like he said, oh, I just caught the wall. You don't want to do that
Bottom
tonight.
clear.
Exactly what the 9 car did is what we're actually going to see quite a bit, simply because people, you want to get as close to that wall as you can before you start turning down. And what it does is it's like a side draft with that wall, and so you want to be as close as you can and then kind of turn down, lift off the throttle just a hair to let it settle on the bottom, get back on it, let the car drift up.
You hit that.
I did. I caught
To anybody that happened to watch my rear view there, the other two
You
commentators
got a
here.
great view of my paint scheme.
Yes, I did. It was right in front of me, sideways.
Let's see, as we see some lap times here, I had a 39.1. That's a solo car run. We have people that can hit 38, anywhere from 6s to about 39 flat, but realistically, none of that's too important. Seeing this last lap, I'll scroll through what other people can be looking at. Here's your tire wear and gauge, how many laps you have left on your fuel run, your lap times, distance, your gap between people. 12.8 seconds over Keystone. It's a pretty good little lead over
Get
him.
the checker flag. It's yours.
Yeah. I messed it up.
Yeah, you did.
Hey, you gotta have a little fun, right?
Yeah.
But after we just finished that right quick, we have got somebody else who just joined our chat party. Make sure his voice settings are set to always allow so he can be heard.
Mr. Matt God.
What's up, guys?
How you doing there, Matty?
A little bit of everything right now.
But everything. All right, it's Thursday. It's almost the weekend, baby. That's about how it goes, ain't it? For you, those who do not know, Mr. Matty is going to make his custom Xfinity Series debut with the Underdogs tonight. He got moved up from trucks. So,
Yes, I am. Yep.
congratulations. Looking forward to running with you some tonight. As I said before, me and him swapped cars and paint schemes, so hopefully the guys in the broadcast booth for the actual race don't get too confused and look at Matty and say, hey, there's Keystone.
Yeah, so I'm going to be up here.
I don't see it getting any better with the red, white, and blue because I'm running that red, white, and blue just stars too.
Absolutely.
Especially after a day, you know, Taddy, he can kind of relate to this after yesterday. To be able to have a red, white, and blue car with these stars on it, I'm definitely running it.
Yeah, last night was the CAR 200 at Atlanta. That was for a buddy of mine and Maddie's. Charlie Royer was his name, so those were the initials of him. Man passed of leukemia some years back, and so we wanted to give him a shout out. That's why I run the 52 car last night. Unfortunately, I didn't get the victory, but came up second, so I'm not too disappointed.
That's right. Second.
Yeah, little man got lucky and got a newcomer with a win.
Oh, here we go with that lucky stuff again.
Now, mind you,
Hey,
he's
you gotta
cheering
have a little bit of
for.
luck.
Mind you, he's cheering for
I'll take it
Toyota.
any way I can get it.
Mind you, he's cheering for Toyota after winning in a Ford last night.
That's right.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
I got Toyotas for Xfinity. What can I say?
Let's go.
I still went ahead and got Joe Gibbs for the Cup, but
Let's go to
had to
the
get Hardwick out there.
Michigan on the daily. We see a driver that will be racing tonight. Mr. Canfield has the fastest daily lap time. Jay
Puddin
Doucette,
is on the pole for the night. Sorry to interrupt you there.
Jay Doucette, G9 Gamer, Keystone Cowboy, Dark Knight, Doc Fu, Broom, all racing here tonight. On the weekly, we got Broom, Canfield, Jay Doucette.
All right, we just got the confirmation. Join the.
They're going blue screen.
I apologize for the baby noise in the background.
Daddy duty calls.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything tonight, man.
Ain't nothing like it.
All right, I'm
You
going
get yours
in.
right there, Mr. Matty.
Yes, sir. Joining me now.
We got some people cheering for Huff. We got a few people calling for Mr. Lightning. Notice I didn't say Lightning McPuddin. It's Lightning because he can't spell.
Let's see what my whiskey can do.
No, he had to shorten
Yeah. He still
to
can't
get
spell.
the 98 in there.
We got 16 fans at home watching. That's a pretty good little turnout. I think we had 27 last night in the dash for the Cup Series at one point.
So we've got 9 hopefuls for tonight. It's a
Lightning.
fast, wide draft track. So here we go.
Lightning McPuddin out to an early lead in that 21 Chevy Camaro for the Coca-Cola team. The 98 is in second. That's third. That's Jay Miller. The 13 of Huff World. That is the Canuck driver. Sitting there pretty. Here comes the 19 of Fast Claire driving it in, getting underneath him. The 3 wide for second.
Oh, man.
I was riding with him. He did good.
I'm riding with the guitar right now. He's just kind of biding time, it looks like.
Well, absolutely. You
Hold the
got
line.
16 laps. There's no point in getting in a hurry yet. They're all still here together.
I think he needs to change his sensitivity down a little bit and he'll be alright.
We've got 3 wide for third. Unfortunately, that's not a transfer position, so they need to settle down and go after that 19 of Fast Claire. Here comes the 98 of Jay Miller going to the outside, it looks like. Nope, decides to follow inline guitar and
Looks like Miller caught that.
That was good.
Looks like Fast Claire caught the apron just a little bit. You want to be careful catching that apron coming through the corners. It will spin you in a
Oh,
heartbeat.
man, these guys are on a full wide for second
Wow.
here.
yeah.
They
In
want
our-
a race.
In our lap around earlier, you've seen what can happen if somebody catches the apron, as Mr.
Yes.
Keystone did and took out both himself and Little Man. Fast Claire is now falling to third.
I just tapped him a little
He just spun me the rest of the way around.
Sometimes
I don't know if you
assists are
guys
needed.
brought this up. Sorry. I don't know if you guys brought this up earlier or not, but in these Xfinity cars in this draft, I've noticed it's such a strong run you get out of like nowhere.
They Randy Orton.
I'm doing a lot of practicing earlier, and I can tell you right now, going into turn 1, we were hitting speeds of 203 to 206 mile an hour with the draft with multiple cars. So it is a fast track.
Yeah, it legit just seems like a super speedway, man. You get in the draft a little bit, and it sucks you right into that next
Here
car.
comes that draft to come in effect.
Yeah,
Here comes
Look
Fast Claire on
at
the
it,
inside.
Toyota boys.
With Jay Miller in that night, Puddin could be in trouble here as he's going to get railroaded. Back third. A little
back a
contact
little bit
between
of
the two.
contact. He stayed off the wall. Puddin keeping her off the wall.
Lightning
Well,
McPuddin putting it up to the outside, trying to get back up into those top 2 positions. Also, guys, the baby in the background, that is Maddie's a newborn. The reason that the baby is upset at this point in time, Matt does have a teammate in this dash, the 8 car of Guitar Magadon. The baby is not happy to see him riding around in 4th place now when only the top 2 advance.
Just like the team owner that was just speaking.
Yes, it was. Here comes Puddin back up on the inside of the 98.
I'll tell you what,
Looks like
though,
he's gonna make
keep
that
an
pass.
eye on that 8 car. He is working these 2 lines, and he's right back up in the mix.
Yeah, so far he's worked every line but the advancing line as he's riding around in 4th. Definitely hoping that he gets up there. He's got a fast car. He's got a strong car. Fast Claire seems to be the field right now, but with Jay Miller and Puddin racing side by side, that's
Here we go.
actually
They
going to
need to
help
get
Fast
in
Claire.
line.
Oh,
They get
Puddin
in line,
catches the
they'll
wall a
catch
little
him
bit.
in
Here
no
comes
time.
Guitar on the inside, and it looks like he's going to take that 3rd position away.
And baby is now happy.
Oh.
Little
Contact!
man,
Oh!
too.
And the 8 goes around. 8 caught the apron,
Oh.
came back up, and looked like he caught the 21 after catching the apron, and that is just
Yep,
disaster waiting to happen.
that's what I saw too.
So if I'm the 8 car right now, I'm pitting. I believe this was 16 laps just out of the pit window. So if he... Oh, they can make it on fuel? That's
Yes, they
unfortunate.
8 is coming to pit road, though. 8 is coming to pit road.
I mean, at this
They
point in
have
time, it
damage
doesn't
on?
hurt you to. Yeah, they should. It's a custom series.
Yes, I think the fuel run is like 23, no, not quite 23 laps. Somewhere in
I
the
thought it
late
was like-
teens, early
Yeah, I
20s.
thought it was 19.
something like that.
I think it is 19, but with this track and how much you're on the throttle, it actually, you lose a lap within your run, so I think you actually only get 18, even though your gas gauge will say 19.
The 8 definitely has some damage that he's been fixing up right now.
And the baby is yet again mad. Thanks a lot,
Yeah,
Guitar.
Baby yet again not happy, no.
I can't say I'm kind of proud of the kid. I'm glad I gave him a shot.
You know, I'm not hating it too bad, as now I'm going to have you in the booth with me tonight for the race. Mr. Little Man giving up his ride to let the up-and-coming Fast Claire try out here tonight, and he's showing out what he's got.
That's what you got to do, man. You got to build a team. Figure out what people belong.
Give you props for that, Little Man. That was a bold choice, and it looks like it's paying
That's why I
off.
ain't been running much this year.
I will say, since how, going to be a part of this race later, been watching that 19's line, and he's not really in the low lane or in the high lane. He's running that middle lane, and it looks to be like prevailing for him.
Yeah,
as soon as you say that, he cuts up.
Yeah, as soon as I say that.
He saw that car coming. That's why he probably wanted to go
Yes,
the
he
block.
did.
I don't know why. All they
But
got to do
also,
is drive.
that's giving the 98 the draft off of him. But also, they know that they're running 1 and 2. They've got the transfer positions as they see how far back Puddin and Huffworld are. So there's no need to battle each other.
But here comes the 98 on the inside.
Yeah, funny thing about when you say something, it's always the opposite that happens on the track.
Absolutely.
So
I didn't watch the dash broadcast from last night, so I'm not sure what was all being said last night.
So I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you're right. Whenever they can just ride 1 and 2, and both of them advance,
Absolutely.
they can drive
Just push
together, they
each
can
other.
work together. But here's the deal: they're not teammates, so they're probably not in the same chat talking to each other, which means racer mentality. They both, even though they're both going to
kicks in.
advance right now, I want to win this race.
Oh, look at that move the 98
Absolutely.
just did. He's working him.
Oh,
He's working him
19's
right
on
now.
the apron. He's lucky he didn't lose it right there. He
I
slides
ain't
up
no
a
doubt.
little
I was
bit.
about to say, how'd he hold it?
Well,
he
as soon as
did.
you said something, and the 98 goes
98
around.
around.
He didn't hold it.
And Puddin just barely scraped through. Here comes Huffworld. Huffworld passes Puddin for second now.
Oh, boy.
Unfortunately, that's the absolute last thing that you have to do, and that's why we say just work with each other. There's no reason to push the issue. Jay Miller wanted to win. I understand that from his perspective. However, it just cost him that transfer spot, as now Huffworld is in that P2 looking to advance.
I think we've got about 6 to 7 laps, if my lap count is correct. I've been trying to keep track of it. And it's
1 plus 1 is 2, down to 6.
It looks like Puddin's trying to do everything that he can.
Yeah, I think right now what Puddin has to focus on is he just has to still hit his marks. I think he's going to try to go to. Yeah, he caught the wall pretty hard trying to avoid
He's
the
got
98.
a lot of damage to that right front.
I mean, I've seen modifieds go pretty quick, so.
This is
But
true.
also, with the way turn 2 is here, I'm pretty sure a lot of our viewers, the people who have raced this track, know how it is. Turn 2 is notorious, just like Auto Club, for breaking free coming off a corner exit. And personally, as long as you've got people in front of you and behind you in the draft to hold the speed, I would rather catch a little bit of the wall and let it straighten me out and lose just a little bit of speed rather than breaking free, cutting and hooking left and totally losing the car.
What I like to do is put another car on the outside of me, so if I'm getting tired, I can just use it to get turned.
Okay. Yeah, you've done that before, Talladega, right?
No, that guy was on the inside of me. I'd like to say I got loose, but I wasn't loose. I was blocking like crazy.
There you have it. Straight from the horse's mouth.
Nay. So as we're rounding down here, it looks like Fast Claire is definitely going to advance. And unless that 13 of Huffworld catches an apron or something, let's ride along with him as he's in the final transfer position. Unless something happens, I mean, he's looking pretty good. If it's me, I might get off that white line of hair because there's no reason to push the issue and take the risk of spinning out, like getting below that apron. To each their own. You know, some people want to push limits every lap.
Yep. Well, also, a lot of people don't realize, we was talking about turn 2, how it tends to break free a little bit. Even though turn 2 breaks free on old tires sometimes, depending on the way you've got your car set up, turn 4 can be tight. So therefore, he might try to, that might be his mentality, trying to hug that bottom line to give him room on the outside in case he does get tight, so he don't slide up and catch that wall.
Pushing into.
Oh, he's on the apron. Oh, he got back off of it.
He's all right.
Man, real quick, we got 26 live viewers and 18 comments at this point, just for a 16-lap race in the dash. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Thanks for tuning in. You're the reason that we do this.
Still in my lines.
What?
I say that every time.
I mean...
Yeah, he does. That's true story.
True story. Facts, as Taddy would say.
Fake news.
Taddy's
See,
fake
you
news.
steal mine, I steal yours. It looks like Hope World's catching Moolah, or Fast Claire in that 19 car.
Yeah, it looks like Fast Claire's running a lot. Like as he's winding down, he's losing the handling of the car. No, I think he's just losing the handling of the car, and I think that definitely later on he's going to have to loosen it up. I think that was it. I think Puddin he didn't advance, so he wanted his shot at doing some burnouts tonight, so he went ahead and just shot down in there.
Yeah, he did. I watched it.
Man.
He did go to victory lane, just not the way that he wanted to.
These two cars on his screen, the 19 and the 19 and the 13, they're going to be the two advancing. With that said, we're going to end this broadcast. We'll see you here.
To those two.
We'll see you here shortly for the Wolverine 100 with Puddin in the booth. I'm pretty stoked for that.
I'm sure you are.
On that note, Maddie and Keystone, you guys got to go get your cars revved up, get fire suit on. Hopefully you haven't already urinated in them. Good luck tonight. Get that victory. Looks like you guys are going to have a 3-car team. So good luck, guys.
Absolutely. Thank y'all very much. Hopefully y'all join us for then. And my normal ending. Bye.
Ka-chow.
Bye.
Bye.
Ka-chow.
Are we off?
I don't remember how to shut it off.